The cracks in Trump's empire are spreading, and this time the blow came straight from New York City. Because last night, voters didn't just choose a new mayor. They declared open rebellion against everything Donald Trump built his brand on: corruption, cruelty, and control. In one historic election, progressives sent a message that's echoing across the nation, and it's one Trump can't ignore. Let's start with the knockout moment that defined the night.
I wish Andrew Cuomo only the best in private life. But let tonight be the final time I utter his name. As we turn the page on a politics that abandons the many and answers only to the few. New York, tonight you have delivered a mandate for change.
That wasn't just a jab at Cuomo. That was a signal flare to the entire establishment and a gut punch to Donald Trump's shadow still looming over New York's skyline. Because minutes later, Trump himself couldn't resist making it about him and what he called a rebellion.
Communist. He's my little communist mayor. You know, you look at the candidates now, maybe one-on-one somebody could beat him, and I'm not looking at the polls too carefully, but it would look like he's going to win. And that's a rebellion.
Yes, Donald, it's a rebellion, but not the one you think. It's not a rebellion against democracy. It's a rebellion for it. Because this movement isn't about one man, one mayor, or one election. It's about dismantling the system of greed and manipulation Trump left behind, piece by piece. And nobody captured that more powerfully than Mamdani himself.
Conventional wisdom would tell you that I am far from the perfect candidate. I am young, despite my best efforts to grow older. I am Muslim. I am a democratic socialist. And most damning of all, I refuse to apologize for any of this.
That courage, that unapologetic authenticity is exactly what's been missing from American politics for too long. Because while Republicans wage war on diversity, democracy, and dignity, leaders like Mamdani are proving that progressivism is not just a moral stance, it's an electoral force. And then came the moment that's now going viral, the message that turned a local victory into a national declaration.
Together, we will usher in a generation of change. And if we embrace this brave new course, rather than fleeing from it, we can respond to oligarchy and authoritarianism with the strength it fears, not the appeasement it craves. After all, if anyone can show a nation betrayed by Donald Trump how to defeat him, it is the city that gave rise to him. And if there is any way to terrify a despot, it is by dismantling the very conditions that allowed him to accumulate power. This is not only how we stop Trump, it's how we stop the next one. So, Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up. We will hold bad landlords to account because the Donald Trumps of our city have grown far too comfortable taking advantage of their tenants. We will put an end to the culture of corruption that has allowed billionaires like Trump to evade taxation and exploit tax breaks. We will stand alongside unions and expand labor protections because we know, just as Donald Trump does, that when working people have ironclad rights, the bosses who seek to extort them become very small indeed. New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant. So hear me, President Trump, when I say this. To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us.
That speech wasn't just history, it was a warning shot. Because for the first time in years, the movement for justice and equality isn't playing defense, it's taking ground. From New York to Virginia, from union halls to city councils, voters are proving that the age of billionaire rule and right-wing intimidation is collapsing under the weight of its own greed. Trump built his career on exploiting workers, demonizing immigrants, and dodging accountability. But leaders like Mamdani are exposing him, not just as a political fraud, but as the architect of an economic system that failed the very people he pretended to defend. So yes, last night's victory was about a mayor, but symbolically, it was the people of New York standing on the ashes of Trump's empire and saying, "We're taking it back." Because when democracy fights back, when immigrants, workers, and progressives unite, even billionaires start to tremble. So if you believe in a future built on fairness, decency, and courage, this is your moment to act. Follow the channel, hit the notification bell, and leave your comment below. Did we just witness the moment America began taking its power back from Trumpism? Because make no mistake, New York just lit the fuse.